He would have pool parties and invite all the kids over and be like, oh, we'll just take care of the kids. No adults need to come over.
Making a joke about a potato.
Sometimes I wonder if you can get juice from a potato.
Did that air on Nickelodeon?
Come on! Give up the juice!
And I will consolidate it to just as...
I heard you swallowed. Enjoy your whack!
Immediately about who was being hurt.
The longtime producer and showrunner for Nickelodeon shows such as iCarly and Victorious, Dan Schneider has been accused of inappropriate behavior and creating a toxic work environment for his child actors. Multiple former child actors from his shows have come forward with allegations of misconduct and verbal abuse in a new investigation discovery called Quiet on Set. And if you guys didn't get a chance to watch it yet, I recommend it. I've seen some clips of the documentary and actually sat down and watched it. It's just really heart-wrenching and just so vile that someone can actually do that. Anyways, the recent revelations surrounding Dan and Nickelodeon have sent shockwaves throughout the entertainment industry.
The docuseries Quiet on Set, The Dark Side of Kids TV.
When it was revealed that Drake Bell was the John Doe of the case with the Brian Peck situation, where Drake himself stated that there was about 40 well-known famous people that had came up and supported Brian Peck.
Who in Hollywood was supporting Brian through this? So we petitioned the court to unseal the letters of support in this case. Letters of support are meant to influence the judge during the sentencing. In this case, most of them are asking the judge just to give Brian probation.
Quiet on Set shed light on the toxic work environment on the set of Schneider's shows, with former child stars detailing their experience of emotional and psychological abuse from cast members from All That, Amanda Bynes, and Alexa Nicholas from Zoe 101, who's been very open and outspoken about the abuse that she went through on Nickelodeon.
One of the most disturbing memories that I have would probably be the backpack episode with Jamie Lynn Spears.
Bite the tip.
There's goo pops and my character can't get it open.
It's not coming out.
And it ends up squirting onto Jamie's face. So the prop person comes onto set with a syringe. We all stood behind the camera to watch. It lands on her face. So first it was Dan roaring, laughing, and then everyone kind of giggling. We heard the boys saying, it's a shot.
So back to Drake Bell. He revealed much of his abuse during the show, and it was quite heart-wrenching to listen. It was just a lot, and I'm honestly gonna let Drake explain it to himself.
I just opened my eyes, I woke up, and he was sexually assaulting me. And I froze and was in complete shock and had no idea what to do.
Yes, you heard that correctly. He had a very bad and unfortunate experience with dialogue coach Brian Pegg, who was a convicted, he was actually a confirmed convicted pervert and did time in jail. But Nickelodeon and Dan Schneider did not care, and he was hired and allowed to work in an environment with kids. Mind you, even when he had got in trouble with the Drake Bell situation, he was still allowed to produce the shows, still be around kids, which is more disgusting than ever, and it's just a catalyst of all the childhood trauma. Looking at all the Nickelodeon shows, the clips, the videos, it's just not the same.
And sometimes there were scenes where there was a prop that was like,
What's he doing?
That could be a sexual innuendo.
Those are good ones.
Dan went overboard and just zoomed in too often on the feet,
Wow, they're really soft.
zoomed in too often on the tongue licking things, or something that just went too far.
Was anyone able?
That was amazing. That was one of the better things I've ever heard.
If you read between the lines from looking at the clips, this man is really a perv. And speaking of this pervert, it's disgusting that some people are still defending Dan, and the crazy part is that Dan Schneider himself posted a video on his YouTube channel, and he turned off the comments, by the way, with an interview between him and Boogie, who played T-Bone from iCarly, addresses the allegations, and it really just looked like a PR method or deflecting and basically trying to make it seem like it wasn't like that. Or I feel like I was listening to an apology of him saying, I'm sorry if my jokes offended you, but
in the entertainment business, I was green, I was scared, I was excited. It meant the world to me that I was getting those opportunities, and I went in and I got lucky because they were great. My first couple of experiences were fantastic, and the fact that I didn't pay that forward to every employee that walked through my door, it hurts my heart, because I should have, and I wish I could go back and fix that. In the writer's room, there's no doubt that sometimes those jokes went beyond the pale, and I said things that went too far, or made practical jokes that went too far, and that was wrong. And that was because, I was an inexperienced producer, I was immature, wouldn't happen today, but I'm just really sorry it happened.
Yeah. Now, we know you've had a lot of success over 2 decades. Thousands of people have worked with you, for you.
Okay.
Let's speak directly to the people who did not have a good experience with you.
Okay, I would like to speak to those people, because I hate that anybody worked for me and didn't have a good time. You know me, you've been on my sets. Look, I've had some employees that have worked for me for 10 years, some more than 20 years, who would work with me again, but not everybody. There's still a significant number that didn't have a great time working for me, so my batting average isn't nearly high enough in that area. And the way they wouldn't get the best of me is that I would let the pressure of doing 40 or even more episodes per year, I would let that pressure get to me, which a good boss should never, ever do.
Was there specific things that you were doing?
Sure. I would snap at people sometimes. I would be snarky when I could have given them a nicer answer. I would not give people the time that they needed. I would be in too big a hurry to get on to the next thing I had to do. And watching that show, it made me, there were so many times I wanted to pick up a phone and call some of those people and say, I'm so sorry, and let's talk about it, and I wish you'd had a better time, and I wish I could have shown you a better experience.
Yeah.
And for T-Bone from iCarly to actually interview him, I guess the Groovy Smoothie is getting desperate to the point that selling out against your cast members, your fellow cast members, and all the child actors in the world that work with Dan Schneider, who went through the horrible abuse. If it's not by Dan's hand, it's from other producers. And you mean to tell me, Boogie, you are sitting down and interviewing this man and you giving him a platform? It's not only on Dan Schneider's channel, it's on Boogie's channel as well. And he too turned off the comments because he knows damn well a lot of people will come after him. And other actors had stated about Dan Schneider. Jordan from the show Just Jordan. If you ever wonder why you haven't seen that show in a while, or how come there was never another season, well, Jordan himself stated that the show got canceled because he wasn't giving up no ass. And honestly,
life's bleachable moments need Clorox bleach.
His parents definitely cared about him, and he was protecting himself. Like, this shit is crazy, but then again, I expect something from a foot fetishizing weird motherfucker that will do whatever it takes to cover his own ass. This is the same man who had an intern encourage the Sam and Cat followers to write on their feet and take a pic and post it in the comments to get a follow back. He made his child actors uncomfortable.
Want to get slapped with a sausage? Sure.
And the crazy horrible shit that he made Ariana Grande do on the extras, the extra clips that didn't get posted on Victoria's, all the feed skits and videos. And the one that honestly traumatized me the most, besides the feet stuff, it was one of the cast members from All Dead describing an experience on Snick where as though he was covered in peanut butter and had dogs lick him.
We're calling sketches written by Schneider's team like on-air dare.
Yeah. Those were torture moments for all of us.
Hearn's dare had him covered in peanut butter and then licked by dogs.
My on-air dare, I was saying, I don't like this. And to see that is...
And to voice it.
And to have voiced it.
I don't like this. And to be ignored because Oh, it's fun.
You could even tell from his face, and he actually stated while doing the dare that he felt uncomfortable. When an actor is saying that they feel uncomfortable about something and they're verbally saying it, that's a signal for you to stop. But Ann didn't care. The Nickelodeon didn't care. All they care about is good content. But my heart goes out to these child actors who were a victim of Dan Schneider, and my heart goes out to Drake's dad, because Drake's dad, if you've seen the part where he discusses about his experience and how he basically just watched Brian Peck brainwash his son, it's just really heart-wrenching and sad.
So I went to production and said, you know, I really am very uncomfortable with this guy, Brian Peck, always being around my son. I go, I don't see anything abnormal, but it just doesn't, I don't have a good feeling. And she goes, oh, well, I don't know if you knew it or not, but he's gay. Maybe you're just homophobic and you just, you know, you just don't understand that he's a touchy-feely guy. So I said, okay. And then it just kept not setting well with me. So I told people on the set, and I was ostracized. And so I backed off.
The fucked up part about it is that Drake's mom knew about it. She knew about it and did not stop it. I don't care how much money you get in the world, or I don't care how much your child makes or whatnot. You don't sit back here and not report an abuse like that. So you mean to tell me you let this grown ass man touch your son and not say nothing? Other than that, guys, this was honestly a very dark topic to talk about, and like, I'm just really speechless. Like, I'm obviously speechless. I have no words just from looking at the videos, watching some of the snippets from the documentary, even watching parts of the documentary myself. It's just, wow, like, no child actor deserves to go through what the Nickelodeon cast went through. Nobody deserves it, and it just really shows when bad people are put in power, they do whatever it takes to get what they want. And guys, stay tuned for the next video.